We just like to make real food in real time. Make something a little healthier, something that your family will enjoy, something that isn't going to take you forever to either cook or wash the dishes, unless, of course, it's a special occasion. And we do have a special occasion coming up if you're catching this beforehand and not watching the replay. It's almost Easter. And so, what better to show off than eggs? Okay. So, I actually am cheating slightly because I started cooking before I started the live so that you didn't have to stand here while I talk for 15 minutes and our hash browns start cooking. So I'll probably still stand here for 15 minutes, but you won't have to just stand here and watch me. You'll get to see other things too. So anyway, this is a recipe that is so simple. It's almost not even a recipe. It's just a thing that I did and it worked. And actually I got some inspiration from one of my friends and customers, Jen. So shout out to Jen if she ends up catching this. And she talked about how she did this, and I ran with it, and I was like, well, let's see what I like. Let's see what our family likes. Let's see what's doable and easy, and go from there. And so I wanted to share it with you because you might have extra company at your house. You might have surprise company at your house because they might be having to come earlier or do later. You might have people staying longer because of weather. Here in South Dakota, we have not had much snow, but of course it's going to all wait until it is Easter weekend to do something fun. So if you're here, go ahead and shout out, say hello. I'll try to watch if you have a chat, something that you say. I can't always see them on the phone, so bear with me, and I'll answer when I am done going live then. So I have a tickle on my nose. Just a minute. You ever had that happen? I was talking with my friend about, does that mean that somebody is thinking of you? And she said, no, you have to have that in your ear, I think. Apparently there's some rules around this, but whatever. I don't know. So, what's in the oven? Let me tell you. And if you need to grab your ingredients, this is what you need. You need some hash browns. If you wanted to do like onions or peppers or something like that, then go for it. You're going to need like garlic powder, onion powder, stuff like that, salt, pepper. It depends on your hash browns though. And I want to show you actually what's going on with the hash browns. These are the ones I grabbed. They have them at our store here. I get no kickback from Mr. Dell. But they don't have anything other than potatoes on them. And so I like them because I try to keep things a little cleaner. This is something easy to grab, but because they have nothing else on them, a lot of other potatoes will have seasonings and oils and things like that. It gives it a little more flavor. You have to remember that you need to season accordingly. So don't forget about that step. So the entire bag is on my sheet pan. And I also sprinkled on some of this. This is something I like to keep in my freezer because I don't always want to have to chop up an onion. Are you with me on this? Okay. You don't always want to do the onion. And so when you need something where you're like, I don't know if that onion's going to cook all the way before whatever it is you're making is done, then you have to, pre-cook it. And this eliminates having to pre-cook because it's already, it's been frozen. So it doesn't take so long. And I just sprinkled some of this on top. And yes, it does have some celery in it. And yes, I still do hate celery, but there's not that much on there. I deal with it. Okay. But they do have like just chopped onions too. And I actually used that at a freezer meal this weekend because I didn't want to have to pre-cook onions for 5 different meals when I didn't have to do that. So super handy. I highly recommend that. I'm going to talk to you about my pan too because this is almost ready to come out of the oven. I have the big half sheet pan, but it is this material. So this is our Brilliance line, and if you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. It's pretty blue on the outside, and if you didn't know this, I'm a sucker for blue. But it also cleans up so easily. This is like super, super nonstick. If you cook a casserole for, an hour, you might need to bump your temp down 25 degrees because it's that dark material. And so sometimes you do need to bump it down a little bit if your recipe is a little longer, but I love it for the hash browns. So stoneware is great, but for these hash browns, I want them to cook quickly and I want them to get that nice crunch to them as much as I can with a sheet pan. It's not going to be just like a hash brown on the stove with lots of oil and stuff, but it helps it to be able to crisp up and crunch up and not just be a gigantic ball of mush. So keep that in mind. If you want yours to be more like hash browns, add extra oil on the bottom. I just spritzed mine with some oil because it didn't matter to me so much if I didn't get that crispy, crunchy stuff. If that's a big deal breaker for you, add extra oil, cook it maybe a little higher. I am cooking at 400. Maybe try 425 or 450. Adjust accordingly. You do you though. So I'm just going to show you what I do in my house. So here's a little bit about that pan. I'm impatient. I'm just going to take it out. It's fine. I actually was doing a little longer. So how long I cook this? If you like a little softer hash brown, go ahead and do 15 minutes at 400. If you want it to be a little more crunchy, do like 20 minutes. Right now I'm a little past that 15-minute mark, and that's okay for me. Here's what it looks like. Steam and all, okay? This smells pretty good already because you can smell that seasoning blend. And I sprinkled generously with my garlic powder and onion powder. They're right here. I have a little caddy right there. And I have just those big ones that I need. And these are two that I always have because it's easier than having to press your garlic or do your onion. If it's just something where you need a little more flavor, it's the lazy way out, but it works. So what I'm going to do before I add my eggs, I'm going to go ahead and flip this. Oh, by the way, we need to talk about salt. Potatoes love salt. When I was teaching my son how to cook and he started helping me in the kitchen more, that was like one of the first lessons we talked about was potatoes love salt. So over salt it, super easy with the new grinder because you're going to push it and go from there. All right. I didn't know your grandma had a YouTube. Well, there you go. I am like your grandma. No shame in that. All right, I'm going to flip these just a little bit. And I think this means I'm YouTube official if I have a heckler. Oh, it only took me 2 months for those of you who have 2 months of me doing these, and I got a heckler. All right, I'm making it, guys. All right. Some of these, and I'll show you just a bit. You can see it's starting to get browned. That's exactly what I want. Okay. You're welcome. All right. Flip these over and go from there. Now, I will tell you, when I put my eggs on, I want my eggs to be just slightly not 100% full set. That's where I like it. If I'm going to do that, it's about 8 minutes, okay? Once I get this in. If you're standing here talking forever and ever and ever, like I am right now, maybe it'll take you a little bit longer because your pan cools down. But you can see, hopefully, I can see there's still steam rising off of here. So it's not like it's cooling down dramatically while I'm yapping, okay? Since my eggs are from my chickens, I just have them sitting on the counter, so they are room temp. If you have eggs that are pulling from your fridge, you might actually need to cook slightly longer, maybe another minute, just to get them set where you like them. I would say no longer than 10 minutes, unless you like a really well done fried style egg. If you wanted to do a little runnier, just make sure if you like a runny one, just keep it so that your white turns white instead of clear, and you'll be good to go. So that might be more like 5 minutes. If you're cooking at a hotter temperature, obviously adjust for that, okay? So I have like 10 eggs here. Oh, I'm gonna don't mind my cupboard, grab a bowl for this. I actually have my phone propped up. I have a composter and it's right on top of there. I didn't think about that. So just go ahead and crack and lay it on. So once I get these all cracked, and you can do as many eggs as you want. If you can fit 12 on here and you have a big crowd, go ahead and do that. I think I have 10 here. And they do not need to be in a perfect line. Some of my eggs are bigger and some of them are smaller because I have different chickens. So I just kind of crack them and put them wherever I feel like it. It's not rocket science here. We're just doing our eggs. So, are you an egg fan if you're watching? I'm assuming maybe you are if you're watching this, but I actually, my favorite eggs are poached eggs. And while if you're just watching me doing not much here, I thought I might mention that we have this egg cooker, microwave egg cooker, Pampered Chef does. And you can do like a single poached egg without having to boil water that way. You just put in a tablespoon of water Put your egg in, salt and pepper it how you want, and go ahead and cook it. It takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes, depending on your microwave and whatever you like. And it is a great poached egg if you want to cheat. So just want to tell you about that. Okay. Get these out of here. I got 4 more to replace them in the morning. I have 4 chickens. Anyway. All right. We're going to salt and pepper again because just like those potatoes need salt and pepper, so do your eggs. So we're just going to go a little bit. And it's okay if you get on your hash browns because chances are now that you flipped them over, you need some more on the side anyway. Okay? There we go. Do a little bit of this. And I am going to do just a little bit more onion powder. For fun. Probably not the garlic because otherwise it gets too garlicky and it just is too garlic forward. So just a little shake here and there. And I will pop this back into the oven. Get my mitts on. While it's cooking, we're going to work on the cheese. And I have a cheese hack for you. Set my timer so I don't forget about it. Okay? All right, my cheese hack is, I don't always want to shred my own cheese, but I really like having a block of cheese versus pre-shredded because the pre-shredded doesn't melt as well. It has junk on it. Again, trying to keep things as clean as you can without going too crazy. And so I like to grate my own cheese. Sometimes a grater is work. And I have a big family, and depending on the recipe, you need a lot of cheese. Or we just need a little bit of cheese, but we're going to need it multiple times. So what I like to do is do this. I have the blender, and I cheat, and I make little cheese crumbles. It melts the same. It doesn't matter if it's in a perfect little shred. I don't care. But it's really slick to do. And it's one of those things that when you invest in an appliance, sometimes you're like, oh, if I spend that much money, am I actually going to use it that much? And just in the use of me doing cheese, even if I did it just once a week, it's going to pay for itself in a hurry because I'm not having to spend all that time. When you have a block of cheese, you can make it last a lot longer. If you've ever had this happen, you get cheese that's moldy. If you have it in your bag, you pretty much have to throw the whole bag away because there's no way you're going to find all those little pieces. With a block of cheese, you can just cut it off and everything else is good. So I like that too, just for the saving money aspect. Of course, it melts better and stuff. So making the tool do the work and not me. What I did was I took, this is just a pound of cheese, or not a pound, it's 8 ounces of cheese. There we go. Half of a pound. And I cubed it up because it's going to work a little better in here. We always have a cheese board out because we eat snack of cheese or whatever. It sits back here. And go from there. I use this to make peanut butter too. You just dump in your peanuts, turn on the grind setting, and it makes perfect peanut butter. Takes about 3 minutes. Kind of noisy, but that's okay. But here you go. I'm going to turn it on. You don't want to do much more cheese in the time or you're going to fight with it and it'll get gummy at the bottom. So we're just doing 3 minutes here and there until you see that they've all broken up to this consistency. It melts great. It's perfect. The reason I like to do it in here, of course, is it's easy, but it also has a wash setting. So after I use the cheese, which I'm not going to use all of it on this, I'm just going to use a sprinkle of it and save the rest for something else. I'm going to go ahead and put a little water into it. You fill it up to the bottom line. You don't even have to put in hot water because it heats. It has a heating element in it, so it'll heat to the proper temperature. Put in just a tiny bit of soap before you start it, and it will wash itself. You just have to dump out the stuff, rinse it, and then you can dry it, and it'll be good to go for the next time. So that is called the Deluxe Cooking Blender. All right, we have 5 minutes left. Man, I really thought I would talk more than that. So what do you want to talk about? Those of you who are watching live, you pick my brain about things. You can heckle me about being a grandma. Whatever you need to do, that's fine. Trying to think of, oh, I could make you some coffee if you want to see the coffee machine. Let me clean over the area. You can come for a walk with me. I did not wash this area, so let me move my stuff. Because when you have a camera, you can't be like showing all your junk, right? I gotta move everything. Okay. Come with me. Here we go. If you want to know what I moved, over in the corner behind the blender, I put like a bottle of wine. I think we have some tequila there. I didn't figure you needed to look like a boozer in camera, but I just told you, so whatever. Anyway, I do love coffee. And it is nighttime now at this point. I do not want to have any more caffeinated coffee, but I could do a nice decaf. And what I'm going to do, this is the hot water one. My kids have been making cocoa. We have a homemade cocoa mix. And they just do that. Or my husband likes tea, so he might have done for him too. This is the coffee one, and I did make some coffee this afternoon, so I'll just show you my grounds and what it looks like. I did put paper in here because I don't like the sediment, because there is just a little bit that comes through, just like with any machine that would do this. But this is what it looks like. I would just rinse it out and go from there. Those eggs I threw in here, they're over here, so I'll just toss those in there. I actually might show you a different one though. So, do you want to see this cup, or would you rather see me do like an Americano? If there's any votes, I'll try to watch here and see. There's a setting that will do Nespresso pods too, or you can do K-cups. I don't really like K-cups. I'd rather do my own stuff. But if you have a vote, Americano? Regular coffee? Anybody? I don't see any votes. I'll just do the Americano and show the two. Although, this thing's pretty cool. You scoop your coffee, and then you dump it in. Like this, and it funnels it right in there so that you're not making a giant mess with your coffee. It's pretty slick. Anyway, let me do this. I have a decaf ristretto is what I have. And I'm going to do this one. So I just pop it in. Go ahead and close it. There's this, it's the garage over here. You slide in your extra pieces and close it. You can do your own espresso too if you wanted to. It has like a little tamper you put in there. It'll do that. I just haven't found the right espresso bean that I like, so maybe you have some suggestions or recommendations. If somebody asked me, how am I? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Whoever you are, I can't even see it. I am an old grandma. I can't see. I have to squint. I do not have bifocals yet, just so you know, okay? All right. It's kind of a cheater Americano because I'm not actually putting the water in here. I'm just running a little extra water through, but it is the 6 ounce mark. If you wanted to do actual espresso, you're just going to do the 2 ounces, okay? From London. Guess what? My husband and I just booked tickets, and we were doing a London trip in the fall. We're going to do 10 days, and it's impossible to do a proper loop around the UK, but we're going to try, and we're flying in and out of Edinburgh. We are going up in the Lake District. We are swinging down to London. We're trying to decide where we're going to day trip out. We're very excited, so don't mind me. And we are going to stay. I'm going to totally nerd out here. We are going to stay. Let's see, where am I staying at? My brain is blanking out because I just got so excited. Whitby. So we are going up to the moors. We're going to stay at Whitby, and I'm actually in the process of reading Dracula again. I'm an English major, anyway, because it was written there. Anyway, enough. Let me push the button. You got to see this, okay? I will pick it up. Try not to shake you because I'm not set up for this. And you can kind of see it's creamy coming out here. It is nice and fluffy. And look at all my garbage back there. All right, don't look at that. I have clutter. It's not garbage. You know how it is. I live in a house. I have kids. We have 3 kids, so. Here it goes. And as it goes, oh, thank you. I am so excited. We're staying in. And you tell me if I'm saying it wrong, because I'm assuming I know how to pronounce it, but I don't. Maybe I don't watch enough BBC. Keswick? Keswyck. But I'm assuming we don't say the W. I don't know. Let me show you this, and then my oven just beeped. And then I'll show you that too. Okay? So we're super excited. Anyway, this is my Americano. And it took me yapping about it for a while, but it really took no time at all. All right, let's move back over. I'm getting on my European coffee vibe here. It's correct! Yay! Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. All right. I had no idea I'd find this kind of, it's really early in the morning for you, isn't it? Anyway, maybe my time's off. Or maybe it's just really, really late. Oh, I got foggy glasses. Okay. Here we go. You can see it has a little jiggle to it still. This is exactly how I want it. If you don't want a jiggle, if you don't want it to be a little runny, do a couple more minutes and you'll be fine. But this is it, okay? We're gonna put a little cheese on top. This is my own house with my own cheese and my own food, so I'm going in with my hands. If I ever have somebody bother me about wearing gloves in my own house, I might just go bananas. This doesn't need much cheese. You have a lot of flavor in it already if you've seasoned it well, but a little cheese is a little fun, and it will just melt. Those hash browns will brown up just slightly more. Those eggs will set just a little bit more as this sits and melts. Our brunch or supper or whatever it is done. This is what it looks like. This is our sheet pan, hash browns and eggs. Very easy. Like I said, it's almost a non-recipe. Thank you for cooking with me tonight at the table, Jessica. I think we're going to do another live next week, same time. But I have to read all this. I'm going to read it and I'm going to come back to all those details. We have some scheduling conflicts next week, so we might have to take a week off, but keep an eye on it. If you don't subscribe to me yet, just go ahead and do that because you'll get an update when I have my poop in a group. Sometimes I post it that day, but that makes it more fun, right? You just never know when you're going to get a surprise on a Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. Anyway, and we'll do some other fun recipe too that is totally doable, totally easy. I can talk, right? And very yummy, family friendly, and just really good. So thank you for I see that. Oh, fun. Okay, we'll catch you later. And I still haven't quite figured out all my buttons. So if I'm seeing you here looking like a dope while it's turning off, yeah, I kind of am a dope, but you got it. All right, we'll catch you later. Have a good night.